had some kind of vibe. You drove me crazy, all you brought out was my bad side. And when I held you wide, I had to hold you tight, because I never thought I'd find a girl like you. I couldn't think of my life without you, baby. Yeah, something had a hold on me, I never wanted you to leave. You don't know what's coming next, cause you're always running from it. Ooh. You left your lipstick on my glass, you're running from the past, and I hope it catches up to you. Hey, I got your lipstick on a glass, babe, you're moving past me, you can never outrun the truth. You're the one that got away, left me here with nothing to say. You left your lipstick on my glass, it goes to what we had. I thought you'd stay, but the only thing that stayed was your lipstick.
Hi, I'm May Potter and I'm from Aquastim, and I am doing a live match for you guys. Not just any live match though, I'm doing a qualifier for the first qualifier for the On The Flyer Winter Classic for this year's qualifiers. So we're at LARFORD. I've drawn on Specie, I believe it's Burbank 24. I'm end peg. It's not a great area, I've been told, but looks all right. Plan of attack is today, because I've done a bit of research, and them skimmers you normally catch, they're not having a chew at the minute. So my plan of attack is I'm going to try and catch some roach short on some casters on some nice light rigs through the water, hopefully, and then I'm going to feed a long line. They usually fish meat, but today I'm going to fish ground bait and worms on that line. So yeah, that's dead simple day. I do have a feeder rod with me in case if it all goes terribly wrong, I can chuck a rod out, but I'm hoping I don't have to pick that up. So yeah, plan of attack, short, a load of roach, top it up with some lovely skimmers later on, hopefully. Right folks, we're actually 20 minutes in. We've had a few technical issues, but so I started the match, started feeding casters straight away on this short line. You can see I'm catching decent size roach and hybrids. I'm feeding casters and got a maggot on the hook. Also, before I went on this line, I fed my long line for my skimmers late on. I've fed that with my ground bait. I've fed one sandcastle, and then I fed one sandcastle, and then I've also fed a loose ball over it, and then I fed a tight ball with worms in long, just so that it's something, there's like a little bit of something there for them to like attract them in. I chopped my worms up in the with a bit of the sweet betaine liquid as well, just to add that little bit extra attractant in, to try and get them skimmers and bream into me longer line. But I'm hoping I can tick over on this line. There's a decent stamp. Tick over on this line with these roach and hybrids, short, and then later on, hopefully, maybe rest this line a few times and go out there and just catch the odd skimmer and bream just to top my weight up. But I'd be quite happy, unless someone's actually catching bream, catching these all day, because you're getting some, like, I've had like probably 4 netters. This could be a netter. So yeah, they're a decent sized stamp then, chunky. So you can definitely put a weight together. On my long line, I've actually fed it. I've fed it. So I've got like 13.5 metres a pole out. I've actually fed it 13 metres, just because then I can push past my bait and feed past it. later, because I didn't want to start off at 14 metres and feed my bait there and then have to follow them out, catch a few and follow them out, because then I'm having to then go to like 16 metres and I'm running out of barrels, aren't I? So I thought if I start feed short, because it will come to that, and the end peg as well, so I'm hoping that'll help. But yeah, fed at 13 metres, so it gives me the option to, I've got the barrel on just to fit all the way up. I might even get off my box, because I've got 5 in. A light elastic. I didn't expect it to be this good, to be honest with you. Well, I did expect it to be this good. I didn't expect them to be as chunky as they are. So I might actually get up and put a slightly heavier laggy on, just so I can swing them a bit better. But I've not even had to wait on this line. It's just been literally one a bung since I've gone in. Threading my maggot up my hook. I was hooking it through pointy end, but I missed a couple of bites, so I threaded the maggot up the hook. I'm missing less bites, and also I can catch a few fish on it. Catch a few fish on the same maggot. Not have to worry, go straight back out. Yeah, it's been chewed and gnarled a little bit, but these roach don't care. Not on here anyway. But no, it's good, this. Look. I might even step up my hook size. Got a 16 on at the minute, might even put a 14 on. I'll just see. Fish with this for another sort of 5 minutes. See if I... Yeah. We'll fish with this for another 5 minutes, and then we'll... if the roach are still as dumpy as they are, I'm going to get up and put a slightly heavier elastic in my top kit. I'm going to use the same rig though. I've got 4 12s on. Strung out rig. So it falls nice, flick it out, falls with the rest of the bait, just so them fish can pick it out nicely. But yeah, come back and see if, see how we're getting on, sort of like, shortly. Oh, that's loads better swinging it. I've just changed my hook to, it sounds a bit brutal, but I've changed it to like a B911X, like a proper chunky hook. It's like a bronze hook, but just so, and just because, I don't know, them hooks were a little bit fine that I had on, and it's quite, it might, to be honest with you, I've only had just one on this now. It might be a bit too brutal, but because it's fast and positive fishing, I want something that's sort of like, I know, I can guarantee that it's gonna keep my bait on nice, and I can swing these better stamper fishing on it, because I was using like an 09 bottom, but I don't think it really matters fishing this way. Don't know if I hit the bites. You'll see I've got a long lash. I didn't want a short lash on it because, like, one, you're fishing so close. That's on. One, you're fishing so close. And two, look at that maggot, absolutely gone. Just shows how many you're having a chew on that. Freddie, you can see it's big heavy hook. It looks horrible, but now I can. Right. I am literally just off the bottom as well there. I feel like this hook's a bit. This hook's better than the other hook that I had on. Might just be in my head, but I can get that bait right on it, push it up, and it's just proper trap that for them fish. Trying to feed. Oh, trying to feed. My caster's short just because. Oh, don't want to swing that in. Trying to decent stamp like that. Trying to feed my caster short, so then I can like catch off the back of them. Just because them feeding fish when you're hooking them, you're not disturbing. Lighter's taking me bait. You're probably also thinking, why is she feeding casters and then not got a caster on the hook? Again, just because if you miss a bite with casters, that's it. You're having to come in, put another one on hook. Maggot, you get a couple of goes at it. But no, it's pretty good, this. I don't really want them swimming about in your swim like that, but I annihilated that. But yeah, I've got 14 B911 on. It seems to be better. And peeling that maggot on the hook and all. Hybrid. Right, so, oh, these are a better stamp. Tell you what, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how much these were. This chunky then, you know. Aeroplane. Right. Yeah, definitely pasting that maggot up your hook. It's loads better than hooking it from pointy end or other end. Oh, I say that and I've missed bite now. Looking around, everyone looks like they're fishing short. And also with this, you try and feed it in the same place, but don't get like fixated in like just fishing in the same place, because nice fish like dart in and out, you see, around that bait where you. So you just don't be scared to flick it to left, flick it to right, flick it past it, flick it on your bait. Keep it. Way up. Lively one. Way up. It's in my hair. Ugh. Right. I've on my rig. Dead simple. Just got shirt button. Straight on it. We're fishing now half an hour. I've had half an hour and it's been literally on a bung if I get them in. Right, flick it past it, try it. I flicked it just. It's really good. I might actually put the bulk closer. There you go. Just put my shoulder, that one. I'm not used to this fast fishing. Right. I'm trying to hook him. Literally lifting it. And in a little dink. Straight on it. Mad. Gonna move that shot, I think, just so it gets through a little bit quicker, just to then better stamp. What, there? Wait. Shows. You don't have to use a tiny little hook for these silvers. They aren't hook shy. That's like a 14 carp hook. Taking a bit. Right, we're an hour and a half in now. I started off, well, on this short line. On this short line. Catching a good stamp, to be fair. Sort of like an hour in, then I saw Christian drop on his long line. I just sort of saw out the corner of my eye and go out long. And so I thought, right, okay, I was still catching on this line. I knew I was gonna, so I kept feeding this line, and I had to drop long. I just thought, right, I've got a car knot. Now I know that Christian had a skimmer along, so I'd gone long, and I had 4 skimmers and a perch. So I probably had like 4.5, 5 pound in the net for going long. I carried on feeding this short line though, because I knew I wanted to, well, it was a good rest, to be fair, for this short line, because it slowed down a touch, but I've come back on it now. I've actually started chucking little balls of ground bait, short, just to try and get them sort of, yeah, your feeding casters are coming in, feeding on them, but you sometimes just need them to come in your peg, but like you need to like get them zoned in into a certain area, and that ground bait's just helping getting them sort of like getting the reds, getting them more zoned in on a certain area. But I'm still like fishing round my bait, on my bait, just giving them a little bit more bites, like lightning. The stamp's gone a little bit smaller and all. But I have just, before I've come short, I have actually topped my long line up with some minced worm and ground bait. If this slows down anymore, I'm actually gonna go long. Stamp's not as big as it was, but I'm still putting fish in the net. I'm alternating between. Oh, I took it as I twitched it, that one. I'm alternating between like a ground bait ball and casters. I'm threading. Best hook bait by far is still this maggot threaded up the hook. You're making contact a lot better than just hooking it just on end. Alright, so flicking it out, making sure I've got that long lash just because it's so shallow there, and I've actually come shallow. I'm floating a bit off deck. still plenty of fish there. Let's put the stamp. Ooh. Don't throw them back in, Potter. The stamps got smaller though. They'd got bigger when I started chucking. Look, the stamps got a lot smaller now. Right. I might have a quick look long. Just because this stamp's got smaller. I'll have one more chuck. Because I fed that long line about 15 minutes ago. Had a quick drop on it. Caught a skimmer, went on it again, missed a couple of bites and I came off it. Come short, caught a few, topped it up again, left it. But it's a better stamp that. That's the stamp that we want. One more chuck. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I'm missing the odd bite with a long lash, but having that long lash there, I just think it helps them sort of feed a little bit better without having that pole over their heads. Alright, let's see if I catch one more. Catch one more shot, see if we'll go long, see if we'll get a couple of skimmers. I also had to come off that long line. I'd had that skimmer, and then I'd had missed a bite, lost the fish. Don't think I struck too soon. Didn't give it time to take it. So I've left it. It got a bit windy, but wind's calmed down now, so I'm gonna catch one more. I'm gonna catch one more on this line, and then I'm gonna go long because just to see, I'm not gonna spend too long on that long line. As you can have a run on these. Right. Got to keep feeding that line though. So you'll notice when I cup in as well, when I top up, I actually feed at 30 metres. Oh yes, that's what we want. Feed at 30 metres. And when I'm fishing, I actually fish half a metre past my bait. You find them fish just seem to, that's what we want. A little bit better stamp. Which we need because there's a few better stamp fish coming out now. So, yeah, there's a few better stamp skimmers coming out, so we need to try and capture some ourselves. So important to not forget to feed that short line, because if it gets windy like feels like it is now, you can't hold it out. I'm not particularly far out, but a bit of wind makes it difficult. See if get another skimmer. Oh, it's looking promising. Go on, keep going. Keep going. Baby swan. Oh. What we want. Little. little hand-sized skimmers. Which I actually found out some northerners call these hand jobs, these skimmers. Right. Double dead red maggots definitely been the best hook bait out there for me. I've tried a bit of worm, tried live maggot, tried pinkies. Double dead. Definitely the better bait with the hook out there. And the wind starts. Oh. Right, let's see if we get another. Just hold it to the right of the bait. Oh, I thought that was a lift bite there. I am a huge fan of like fishing round my bait. Always feed it on the same spot, but I like to fish round it, past it, in front of it. I just feel like fish just sit round that pile of bait and just sort of watch. They swim in, eat a bit, swim off. So if you can like, and plus also, if you're catching fish in your bait, you're kind of sometimes disturbing them feeding fish. Where like if you can just like nick the fish round your bait, it's you're not disturbing them as much, and you can just sort of like just keep plucking away at them. But it's not as fast and furious as I thought it'd be. This. Oh, I've just moaned. Is it going? Go on. Moan that one on. A bit of stamp. Yeah. Right. Feed. The question is, how many fish do I think I should catch on this long line before I top up? Do I try and fish it out? Do I just catch, say, 3? Like get one more, then top it up? I think, from the reaction I got earlier from topping up, I think one more fish, top up again, have another drop, and see if I can catch another. Because before, when it went dead, I think I caught like 4 dinner long, and then it sort of like went dead. I had to sit for a while, so I topped up and I instantly got a reaction from topping up. So I think I'm going to get one more bite. That's how confident I think I am. I say I think I am. I'm going to get one more bite on this long line, and then I'm going to top it up and go over it straight away and see potentially if I can catch another 3 quick fish. If it ain't quick, I'm going to come straight back. If it ain't a quick reaction from that top up, I'm going to come back short again, because I know there's feeding fish there. You just can't get too sort of distracted by like seeing people like going long and catching them skimmers and bream and stuff, thinking right, oh, they've arrived. Yeah, they might be getting odd one on their long line, but it doesn't mean that they've arrived on our long line. Go on, one more. I'm going to have to top up, aren't I? Just lift it. Let's see if I can tempt some on. No, that's your lot. Oh, no, wind's getting up. Oh, right, that. Go on. Is it going? No. There's a fish definitely on this short line. Definitely. No, waiting too long. Right, pop it up. Not even had a chew on them. Not a sniff. Right. So, you'll see I've got this little magic pot. It was a present actually. It's like a worm chopping pot. I'm quite impressed with it. Like you're chopping away and like all your worms like fall into the base. Like, you know, sometimes you put them in a bait tub and they're like trying to crawl out. It's spot on that. Like a little gadget. Right. Just a little smidge of worms. I don't want to put too much in. Just a little ball just to get them back in. Zoning on swim. Again, feeding it short. I have actually tried my rig like bang on the bait. I've not had a bite. Sorry, I tell a fib. I had a bite, but all my bites been better. Just have a quick drop on it. Oh, in a tangle now. So we'll go in. Quick drop on it to see. What's med? Come in. I've not actually put any. The only thing I've fed on that long line is the ground bait, a minced worm. That's all I've put in. I've not put many particles in it. I've not put any casters, any micros in it, just because I was just a bit concerned because it's quite mild still. I didn't want to put too many particles in and just get carped out. So I've tried to like minimise it. Just instantly get a reaction there. That's an instant reaction from topping up. Just shows on that long line, don't be scared to like top it up. But I'm going to give it another couple of minutes on this long line, and then go short, but I'm catching these. Bit better stamp fish, and then I'm catching this stamp short, aren't I? So I might as well catch them short. One more drop long. Right, it's 2:20, so I've had a good run short, some better stamped fish, and then it went funny. Like I caught a load of small stamped fish, and then it just died. But I've just noticed I've had a load of great big wobbly carp in front of me here, like moseying about. So I don't know whether that's like thrown my short line off a little bit. So I'm still feeding it, but them carp have gone now. But I've gone long and I'm getting the odd bite, but my stamp on this long line's nowhere near as the stamp that everyone else seems, well, I say everyone else, the two anglers to my left are catching. It's just not, I ain't getting the stamp, I'm just getting them little like hand-sized skimmers, which is all right, but I need to get a couple of them big bream just to like bung my weight up a little bit, and it ain't happening. So I've had, how many have I had so far on this when I've rested this short line? I've had 3, 4 little skimmers on it and a roach, so I think I'm gonna top it up again. I ain't gonna put any casters in it this time. I've got worm on the hook as well, because I caught one on, moaned that one on. I've got worm on hook at minute, and like I lost one, well, I caught one on dead reds, and then I've gone in again with dead reds, not a bite, so I've swapped the hook baits to a worm head, caught one, then nothing, topped up again, gone out again but with a worm tail on, caught one instantly, gone out again, I've got a worm tail on here, just had that bite there, it worked, but I missed it. I'm thinking, now this line's had time to settle a little bit, well, them great big wobbly carp have like gone now, I hope. I'm going to go back short and see if them roach have like settled again. Because I know if I were a roach, or I was short on this short line eating away, great big wobbly carp came into me and disturbed my picnic, I'd definitely be disturbed and like intimidated and go off. So I'm hoping, because them carp have gone now, because I'm wasting too much time on this line, I'm going to prop it up, worm. I'm going to actually do it from an height, just to make a bit of noise. I'm not doing about, because it's not going to harm it, because I've never had a bite on it. Right, let's go short, see if there's out there now. I'm going to go with the heavier rig. We're fishing with 410s. I'm going to go with the heavier rig. This is the one we started off with and had a good run. So, again, maggot up the hook. Let's see. Straight away. So when I say it's important to like keep on feeding that line, make sure you feed it, because you want to be able to drop on that short line straight away like that. So that me resting that line, I'm hoping now I get a good run. Put that bit heavier float on, because there's a bit of wind now, so just a bit steadier to hold bait, steadier for him. That's the stamp that we want. Oh, I've got the hook in my finger. Right. Definitely the stamp I want. I'm hoping now. I'm hoping they're here for a bit longer now, so I can. There's a few fish showing silvers here now, so there's no great big wobbly carp either, so that's a good sign. Didn't want that one. Cool. This is, as well, this is literally just touching deck as well. Flicking, there's a slope there, I'm just flicking it past my bait. So I'm hoping now I could have a good run on these, because at the minute there's not a lot coming out. I just need, I could ideally, I want to try and finish, have a good hour on this, and then stop, like chunky roach and the odd hybrid and little skimmer that I'm getting on here. It'd be nice, and then I can go long for like the last hour and just hook a decent skimmer or get like 5 bream just to top it up. Not that I'm asking for much, you know what I mean? But, so there's some about, it's just catching the little, yeah, there's the odd one coming out now, I'm hoping. You can build a weight up with these. A decent size. Because you're catching them at a better, quicker rate as well. So, what do you reckon? How many of them fished to an hand-sized skimmer? 4, do you reckon? I'm not sure. I'm going to come up an inch on this. Heavier rig's definitely better with this bit of breeze, just a bit sturdier. Hold that bait nice for him to snaffle it, like that. But I've tried worm on this actually, you know, earlier when it had gone a bit funny, I tried worm on the hook, like head and tail, and I literally did not get bite on it. Weird. Put a red bag straight back on it, bang, straight under. Strange, innit? They just didn't want that worm on this short line. I've tried like a teeny tiny blob of worm and all, and nothing. No. Right, I need to. It's not happening. So something's checked. Something's whether they've backed off. I'm definitely not getting the stamp. Definitely not getting the stamp on that long line that I want. So I've fed that, left that. I'm gonna have to change this short line because it's not happening. I'm gonna go shallower. I'm also gonna start feeding balls of ground bait. Literally want a chuck, and see if this makes a difference. Nothing in it, just literally a little squeeze. Look at that cloud. Ah, look at that. Better stamp of fish in all this. Definitely a better stamp. And that's just changing from plopping. It's nice to feed casters to get them competing and feeding, but you need to get them to zone in. Look, instantly. Just help if I hit the bite, wouldn't it? Instantly on there, on that hook bait, as soon as you plop that ground bait. Definitely a better response, that. That wind's died down now, so I might put that lighter rig on. Still, I will still like put a sprinkle of casters in, only because I feel like you still need them particles going in just for them to compete. But that ground bait definitely zones them in, doesn't it? Right. great big cat's just come wobbling down there. We don't want him. If I can just alternate casters and nuggets, just to keep them coming. I feel like that nugget's just getting their heads down and like focus, like eating properly, where like you're chucking casters and they're all over the place, like they can't decide whether, because there's so many of them there, they're competing and coming up off bottom where you want their heads, you want them with their heads down, having a chew. Look at that cloud over there, we're going to get wet. Right, we're into the last hour. I've had to come off that short line because I've had a family of swans rock up and decide to just swim about basically, and then they've gone. I've gone again on that short line to see if they've come back, and then a load of carp have come in. So I've had to really I've had to just like restart that line. I've left it. I've gone out. Before that had happened, I'd gone and topped out on that long line, and I'd actually, because obviously the other top-ups just didn't fetch out in immediately, because before I got an instant reaction from worm in the ground bit, so I actually put a pinch of micras in on the last top-up. First drop, skim, I thought, here we go. Second drop, carp, I thought, oh no, I've buggered this right up. But then I've gone in again and I've had 3, maybe 4 decent sized skimmers, not hand side, like proper decent ones. No bream yet, but the time yet. But I've just gone in again, and I'm feeling like it's time to top it up and go back on it. But I'm not gonna put any micros in it, I don't think, this time. And I don't actually think I'm going to put a lot of, I'm going to put like a teeny tiny pinch of worm in it. And I've like upped my nuggets that I'm chucking. Instead of like a little, I've like doubled the size the nugget, just to be more positive on that short line, to really get them going, because it's the last hour now. I really need to have one of these lines working, and like, because at the minute there's some better stamp fish coming out, and they aren't coming out of my swims. So yeah, thanks to the swans, the last hour is going to be not as I planned it. So I'm going to come in, top up. Let's see if someone's had a little nibble on that. Right, top up. I'm gonna put a tiny bit of worm in. A tiny bit, I mean like, what's that? 6 worms I'm gonna put in. Keep feeding that short line. Literally want it to mush, nout for them to eat. That's all just there to attract them in. Literally mush. And I like, you're probably thinking, oh, why, God's sake, you're just chopping all the way through a match. I like fresh. Like it fresh. Chuck that away. And ground bait, like a tiny little bit. Just so there's just that. You can hardly even see it in that. Really squeeze it as well, so they've got to sit there and chew on it. Right. Chuck this out. Feed this long line. I'm going to have a quick drop on it, because that tends to be. I'm not going to drop it for the night, because last time I dropped it for the night, I don't know whether that might have, especially at this time with a few carp and stuff mooching about. I don't want to ring the dinner bell too loud for them. I'm going to leave that. What are we on now? I'm going to leave it for another 5 minutes, hopefully. And go. Oh, this is that 0.8. Keep feeding it though. I think I've put the 1 grammer on. Just, I don't know if it's just a bit too heavy. When it was windy, it was alright. I got like one, but like this 0.8's been definitely the better rig for out there. I say better rig, it's not like I've caught loads on it, but it's definitely been. Keep feeding that short line. I've also, like, I was chucking quite a lot of like loose casters in like that, and I was like getting a few like liners, missing like load of bites. I've actually started introducing it into the ground bait, just so like you're getting them casters in the feed, but they're just getting to the bottom. So this, oh, there we go. That's a little, that's going to go that. I reckon. That's going to go in a minute. Reckon that is right. Oh, yes. Not a huge one, but it'll do. Better stamp than we were having before. Don't want to net it over that short line. Try and do it to its side. Right. I'm going to try a bit of worm. Yeah, worm tail I'm going to try. Like a little worm. You want to try and make sure when you dib it off as well, I find, cut it off, try and have it so it's a clean cut, no like gnarly bits on it. I find if it has a few gnarly bits on it, you like missed a few bites. You seem to get more positive bites and better stamp of fish as well on a clean bit of work. Like take your time, like cut, even get a pair of scissors if you can't like nip it clean with your nail. Just get a pair of scissors. I've done that before. It might take a little longer, but at least you know your worm's clean, cut, and you're not going to miss no bites. There's some little fish come out now. Let's see if this goes. Proper stepped up, not feed, short. Oh, this wind's going to make it awkward now. Not as quick a reaction as I wanted on this line when I topped up, not going to lie. Should I have topped up with more worm in it? Should I have actually still added them micros in? Do they want them micros? If I don't get out on this, I'll leave it. I've got different upbait on. We're getting bites on them dead maggots. Like you'll get a run on dead maggots on hook, and then like that's it. You've got to like swap and change, like put double pinky on, or just because you get used to it. Yeah, this isn't gonna go under this. Definitely not gonna go under. Right. Oh, like my own. No, is it? Yeah, it is. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Yes. I think I might have mown that one on. stamp. Question is, do I have another drop on that or go short? I'm going to go short because I think I can catch a bit of stamper fish short. Right, last 15 minutes at match now. My lovely swan friends have rocked up again. They've just proper ruined that short line for me. It's not been right since I've been here. Oh, I'm getting the odd fish on this long line. Not like the stamp I was after, but at least I'm getting fish. A bit bigger. Yeah, these swans have proper ruined that short line for me. Like, they've never come back since they've been here, which is a bit of a nightmare. I'd actually say they've probably cost me the section today. Them swans. Yeah, they've definitely cost me the section. I've fed it really aggressive. They've just not come back. Absolutely not come back at all. I'm catching on a blob of worm. When I say a blob of worm, I mean literally a blob of worm. I've gone from tail, head to literally a blob, a worm. It's the only thing I can get a bite on now. Can't catch one dead. Reds, I can't catch one. Alive reds. Not putting it out. So yeah, blob of worm seems to be the bait to get a bite on. Wind started as well. Really annoyed as well about them swans, like proper chuffed off. Can't believe, like, I've literally fed it, had that good run on that better stamper fish, and then blooming swans have come and just like annihilated but it's fishing, innit? You can't, what can you do? But they've definitely ruined my short line for me, and I'd probably say they've cost me winning section today, because that short line was just getting good. You could see like them fish coming in, and I was getting the better stamp when I was getting a run of them on it. But yeah, they've proper pickled me day up then. Getting the odd fish off this, but now to go shouting home about. Just want, alright, but like I was catching these on that short line. But I'm not going to moan about it much. But yeah, them swans ruined me party short them. But no, I think I'm just going to have to stay on this line to the end. I'm literally not getting a sniff and out on that short line now. Where are them swans? Oh, they've gone that way. I'm gonna feed it still, because I just think if I do start getting bites on this line and I have to like come off it, at least I've fed that short line. I didn't want to feed it when them swans were there. Feed it. I've not seen no carp now either come short for a while, so I'm hoping, just hope that them roach come in just for like, I just want like 5 minutes on them. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes asking for too much. I'll be happy with 5 minutes if I can have 5 minutes short on them fish, but I don't think it's going to happen. Really don't think it's going to happen. Like this long line's not been... I've topped it up. Last time I topped it up with a bit more worm in. And then I've caught the last last 3 fish on like a blobber worm. But like now, I'd have had a bite by now. Oh. Just lifted it just as the float wobble there. I think I've just buggered that up. Right, reset the trap. Hopefully that fish is still down there. Oh, where we're going? Go on, keep going. No. Go on. Go on. Yes. Oh. Worm's gone funny on. Right, I've held that bait like bang behind where I fed it. It's that thing again, fishing round your bait. Yes. Little skimmer. Put not a small bit of worm, but I'll put even a smaller bit on. If I can get a smaller bit. Oh, bloody tangled up here. Hang on. Here, right. Blob. When I say a blob of worm, I literally mean like literally the teeny tiny bit of head. A worm. It's literally a blob of worm. Seem to be able to get a bite on. Try caster. No. Oh. I know I keep saying it, but I can't believe them swans. I usually quite like a bird in my swim, but not when you're fishing for roach, short, fruit water. Not ideal at all. I don't mind it when I'm fishing shallow on a commercial for like F1s and stuff. I don't mind birds there, but you don't want them there. But there's some better stamp fish coming out now. Yeah. Definitely cost me them swans on that short line. I just need like 3 or 4 decent big skimmers on this line. I thought it were going to be good as well, this long line. You know, when I dropped on it earlier and I had them like skimmers. Smaller. Guess I'm putting fish in the net though, I suppose. Oh, blobs actually. Bob on still. I reckon I'll get another fish on that. Not changing that. I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely don't think I'm gonna catch hold it so it's a bit closer to where I've fed. They've just hold it, bloody. Yeah. This is a stamp I was catching short. These lot. And we're just backed off with them swans disturbing them. Blob's alright still. I'm like right to my bait as well, like to the right of my bait where I fed it. Fed it in the same spot all day, but I'm just trying round it. I've caught past it, I've caught to the left of it, I've just come right to it now. Oh, we're gonna get one. Little dink. Go on. Yeah, are we? It's gonna go that. Definitely gonna go that. Yeah. Look at that. Great big wobbly carp down there. Load of them down there. That way help me short line, will it? Yeah, not ideal that. So a combination of Mr. Carp and the Swan family have ruined my short line. Oh, I'm not going to get one there. I'm going to lift and drop it, see if that entices out. If not, what are we on? We've got 5 minutes. Oh, is that? Go on. If it dinks again, I'm going to strike. You like it dinks a teeny tiny bit. As if there's some cat. Now there's some carp short. That swirl's going on. I'm not even going to chuck any bait short now. There's literally carp down here. Roach on. Smallest fish at there. Some right chunks short now. It swirls. Mud churning. I do not want to be dropping a rig down there. Because I guarantee it won't be a roach hook. Not even going to feed it. I'll concentrate trying to get a few more bites on this long line. Just to put some fish in there. You know, it is what it is, you can't. If them swans hadn't turned up and I carried on catching short, you know, but these things happen, don't they? Never mind. Catch a few. Go on. I want to catch these little skimmers. Already.
Oh!
That's it, folks. Right. Let's get packed up, weighed in, and I'll see you guys for the results later.
You and I, we had some kind of vibe. You drove me crazy, all you brought out was my bad side. And when I held you wide, I had to hold you tight, because I never thought I'd find a girl like you. I couldn't think of my life without you, baby. Yeah, something had a hold on me, I never wanted you to leave. You don't know what's coming next, 'cause you're always running from it. Ooh, you left your lipstick on my glass, you're running from the past.
Right, I've just weighed in, £25 odd. To be totally honest with you, first 3 hours of the match, I was winning the section. Like, I was catching well on that short line, resting it, going long, getting the odd skimmer, and I was winning the section. And then all of a sudden, the Swans have decided to pay me a visit. And you'll have heard me say in previous videos that I've done that I don't mind birds being in my swim, but there's a difference between a duck and a swan. Like, your ducks come in and they do a bit of a splash, eat a bit of your bait. That's the job lot. Swan comes in, it's like a ship coming in. Like the feet, they were just mud everywhere. They've just absolutely ruined my short line. It's not been the same since they've paid me the visit. Couldn't get rid of them. Literally every time I flip my rig in, the Swan tried to take my rig. So it's just absolutely ruined my short line. Like, not been the same since. I've tried. To be honest with you, I did lose my head a little bit annoyed with the Swans. Maybe shouted at them a little bit as well. But they've ruined my match, to be totally honest with you, because I was catching them decent, chunky roach on that short line, and it was getting better and better and better and stronger every time. I rested it, fed it, rested it, and like upped my feed a bit more, and then them Swans have just ruined it for me. Proper ruined it for me. And to be honest with you, that long line's just not been... I ain't caught the quality of fish, the stamp of fish, like these guys. Christian, I know I ain't qualified because I've just heard Christian weighing £56, and he's gone long and he's caught them decent skimmers and bream, and he's just had a nice day. He's fishing long all day. My long line I've had bites on it, don't get me wrong, but they've not been fast enough, and the stamp I've caught ain't been nowhere near the stamp that the guys to my left have caught. So I think that's definitely cost... Well, the Swans have definitely cost me. Maybe I should have topped up that long line a little bit more often, been a bit more aggressive with it. I'm not really sure, but like, then I'd have had to leave my short line where I was catching, so it's like pros and cons in it. So so overall, if I had to fish my match again, I'd probably have fished my short line. Yeah, it'd have been ideal if them Swans didn't pay me a visit. And I had a 414s rig on and a 410s rig on, and I'd have actually gone for even lighter rig. You know, when it sort of like went quiet on that short line, just to flicker like a 4/8, 3/8, a lighter rig on that short line. I might have just caught like nicked the odd fish, more like a little bit more, so to put a few more in my net, but I don't know. And then that long line, I put an heavier rig on and it just didn't seem right. Like, the best rig I've caught when I've been able to hold it nice over my bait and round my bait has been like a 0.8. and I've gone from like an inch, 2 inches to like, I've even gone like, when it were blowing a bit, I put like 7 inches on and like really held it, and I caught a few, but yeah, so more aggressive. Probably I should have maybe plopped a little bit sooner, plopped them little nuggets of ground bait sooner, and I'd have actually fed casters in that ground bait at the start, because I introduced that sort of like halfway through the match, and it was loads better than sort of like, yeah, I still loose fed some casters just to keep them sort of competing, but having them in the ground bait just to get them down to where I wanted them to be eating them. I should have maybe done that a bit sooner, but that's fishing, innit? So on to the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone.